Hey class, so lately we've been working with slope, finding it from the slope formula, which is m is equal to y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. We're going to be using that formula to find our slope. Another thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be writing the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. We need to find what our m, which is our slope, equals for each problem, and our b, which is our y-intercept for each problem. Okay? I went ahead and I'm going to kind of zoom in a little more. I went ahead and plotted my points for the data and drew the line that best fits. The way you do that is this is my x-axis and this is my y. We're talking about shark length to shark weight. I have this, which is 60, and I put my dot just shy of 100, which is 105. This one is 62, so I just went a little shy of 60. And then I'm going to find where 114 is. And I continued on until I did that. So pause the video and plot your points. Now to draw the line that best fits, if you notice, I'm trying to go in the middle of the data to the best of my ability. That way you can get an equation that is pretty close to the line that best fits. One thing I talked about in class is sometimes the data points here that come from your table are not directly on your line. So to pick the 2 points that you're going to calculate your slope with, what I like to do is I like to follow my line and look where it's meeting for each. So example 70 and 160, the line crosses through evenly. And another one is 60 and 120. So 60, 120. And of course, they're not points on my grid. You could use these if your line crosses. But in my case, I'm picking where the line fits on the grid, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. So if you look here, 60 and 120, my line crosses evenly on that grid. That's why I chose that one. The other one was 70 and 160. These are the 2 points I'm going to use to write the equation. I'm going to calculate my slope, x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to place it into my formula and calculate. I'm going to get 160 minus 120 over 70 minus 60. 160 minus 20 is going to give me 40. And 70 minus 10 is going to give me 10. Okay? I can reduce this because 10 can go on each. I'm going to get 4 over 1. That's my slope in fraction form. But like we did in class, we want to convert it to decimal. So I'm going to take my calculator. I'm going to clear it. And I'm going to put the numerator divided by the denominator. Numerator is 4 divided by 1. I'm going to get 4. My slope is 4. I'm going to use 1 point and my m to find my b. So I could write in slope-intercept form. The point I choose is 60, 120. And my m is 4. X1, y. X and y, sorry. I'm going to plug it into y equals mx plus b to solve for b to write the equation. Y is 120, m is 4, my x is 60, and I'm solving for b. So this is to solve for b to write the equation. 4 times 60, my m times my x is 240. I'm going to inverse the 240 on each side. And I'm going to get b equals negative 120. I have my m and my b now. I can write the equation. My equation is going to be y, oops, wrong spot. Y equals, my m is 4. There's my x minus 120. That's the equation of the line for the graph that tells me the shark length and the shark weight based on the scatter plot data points. There's one more thing I'm asked to do. What is the weight of a sand shark with the length of 75 inches? We want to show our work. So 75 inches is my x. If I go back to here, shark length, I'm going to plug it into my equation where the x is. So I'm going to write it underneath here. Y equals 4, but I'm going to put 75 inches, which is x, times 75 minus 120. And I'm going to solve to find out the weight. 4 times 75 minus 120. I get y equals 180. So the length the weight for 75 inches is going to be 180. Let's see if that is realistic. 72 inches is 158. So if I had more inches, 75, the weight would be 180. You want to write a sentence that says the weight for the shark at 75 inches long will weigh 180. A shark at 75 inches will weigh 180. In this case, the equation is realistic to this scatter plot because when I plugged in the information, it did represent close in line with the other points. So make sure you are calculating your slope, you're drawing the line that best fits in between, you're finding your b, and you're writing your equation. Follow your notes.